There's a silent pain some men carry, a wound that reopens every time they close their eyes. Today, I want to share a brother's story. This isn't about condemnation, it's about counsel. It's not about judgment, but about guiding those who might be walking toward the same cliff edge. He was young, far from his home in Nigeria, working in Europe. In a fleeting moment of passion, he made a choice that would echo for a lifetime. A one-night encounter, no strings attached, or so he thought. Then, the message arrived that changed everything. I'm pregnant. By the time he found out, he was already back home. By the time he could even process it, COVID-19 had locked down the entire world. And by the time the borders finally opened, his daughter was already 4 years old. A little girl with his eyes, his smile a mixed reflection of a father she'd never touched. Imagine watching your child grow up through a screen. Seeing her first steps as a recorded video. Hearing the word daddy through tiny speakers instead of feeling her little arms wrapped around your neck. He tried. Video calls were his only window into her world. But every call ended the same way, with him reaching for a drink to numb the ache. The bottle became his companion in grief, a way to drown out the screams of a heart that longed to hold the life it helped create. His words to me were, the sorrow of having a child you won't be able to properly father, not because he doesn't want to, not because he doesn't care, but because distance, circumstances, and consequences have built walls he simply cannot climb. Then, 3 years ago, the calls stopped. Her mother remarried. Another man now tucks his daughter into bed. Another man hears her laughter at the breakfast table. Another man gets to be called daddy in person, while he remains a memory, a face in old photos, a story her mother might one day tell. His pain, in his words, seeing my daughter a carbon copy of me living her best life without me. Brothers and sisters, listen closely. This isn't to shame anyone. It's a warning wrapped in wisdom. First, every action has lasting consequences. That one night created a life, a person. Intimacy was designed for covenant, not convenience. When we step outside of that design, we don't break the rules. We break ourselves against them. Second, distance doesn't diminish responsibility. Being unable to be physically present doesn't erase the fact that you are a parent. The guilt will follow you. The what-ifs will haunt you in the quiet moments. Third, children need presence, not just provision. You can send money, you can mail gifts, but a child's heart craves a father's presence. No amount of money can replace your voice reading a bedtime story or your hand teaching them to ride a bike. And finally, coping mechanisms can become new prisons. The drinking didn't take his pain away, it just postponed it. What starts as an escape can become its own cage. Alcohol, work, distractions, none of these can heal what only time, forgiveness, and facing the truth can address. If this story feels like yours, or even close to it, hear me, your journey isn't over. Your past doesn't have to define your future, but how you respond to it will. First, get help. If you're using something to cope, please reach out. Talk to a counselor, a pastor, a trusted friend. Your pain is real, but the way you're coping might be hurting you more. Next, do what you can. If you can't be there physically, write letters, record videos, send birthday messages. Create a trail of love that your child can follow back to you when they're older. Don't let shame silence you completely. And for those who haven't walked this path yet, learn from this. Guard your heart, guard your body. The temporary pleasure is not worth the permanent consequences. If you're going to be a father, be a present father. Be prepared to sacrifice for the life you create. This brother might never get the chance to be the father he wants to be. Don't let that be your story. Thank you for listening. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us share stories that matter. Take care.